So it's the tail end of September 1st, 2024. I just jumped back on here because I turned the TV off. I never went back to watching the Deliverance movie. Uh, I'm really tired of seeing anything that got to do with exorcisms and levitating and all that. You know, I try not to do it. I didn't even watch whatever the new exorcism movie was, the one that came out later. Now, I did watch, oh my gosh, what movie was that? I don't know. I think it was The Omen. I think it might have had something with exorcism in it. But anyway, I just jumped on here because I was watching something that was interesting. It was about a man who is in a polygamous relationship, and I don't really do my research about it anyway, and the question was posed, are you polyamorous as well? And I guess, I didn't know, but I guess the way they broke it down, it was saying that the wives would interact with one another. And in polygamy, the wives are strictly there for the man. They're not attracted to one another or interacting with one another. I'm guessing that's what it is. I might look it up. I might not, because I don't much care too much now. I don't want to be ignorant about anything, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. It was something that I was connected to some years back regarding polygamy, and I just left it alone. I was highly interested at one point in time, but I left it alone, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But I'm forgetting that this phone probably about to die. Wait a minute. Okay, this is 23% talking. Hopefully I'm not doing too much moving and having it making a lot of noise on here. But anyway, like I said, what I was watching, it was interesting perspective. But the funny part is they weren't even talking about polygamy. They were talking about uh a what is it? Is it monogamy? They were talking about a monogamous relationship. Um, and it was just a breakdown of some stuff. It was interesting, but it had like another hour and a half left. But I just said I need some quiet time, some more quiet time. I need to, you know, try to regain focus and things of those natures. But it did have me thinking, like, my hopes and dreams have definitely like died. Of course it would take no one short of and nothing short of the hand of God to revive those. Now I still have feelings towards marriage and relationships, but the way that I felt for it back then, and had the desire and just knew that it was going to play out the way that I wanted and better. I just was like, it's going to go the way I need it. And like in the beginning of the relationship that I was last involved in, I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, this is going, you know what I'm saying? We doing something. We getting it up off the ground. Especially after I got pregnant with my son and my first son by him, and then I ended up meeting his daughter's mom. He wanted me to meet her and stuff like that. And things was going from that point on, things was going smoothly. I was connecting to, had my own personal like dealings with her. And yeah, I thought it was a good, type of relationship, at least, surface level. Not even, yeah, surface level. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, I didn't see the bad. I didn't see the bad coming. I didn't see that it would turn sour and negative and stuff like that. So I just thought, oh yeah, I got a good thing going, and thought it was gonna maintain it, and we was gonna rock out. So that thing just smacked me in the face. So yeah. So anyway, like I said, my hopes and dreams regarding an ideal marriage and even marriage period at this point has changed. It shifted dramatically, drastically, because after that last experience, I was like, ooh. And I look up and look around and I see, I see people either still in their marriages and stuff like that. Specifically, people in their marriages and they, again, like I said, team up and they like come against me. Y'all definitely don't hate on them or feel no type of jealousy or envy, but I just be feeling like, Lord, why would you even allow two people basically to operate as one just for them to to be that type of way, but not to go off the deep end on that because that's not what this video is about. I'm trying to steer clear of it anyway and get away from it, but it just makes me wonder. And then I just wonder to myself, sometimes like, Lord, you know exactly what I wanted to do within my marriage, and definitely wanted to work hard for it to continue and not be broken. And that's, what I'm saying? And of course, that's what happened like I always say, before it could even get off the ground well, before I could do, it was a whole lot of, that I wanted to and could have done with that, especially, what I feel, especially in my more youthful years, back, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. So, yeah. Oh, man, I tell you. What I don't want to do is ever be drained like that ever again. Like, that was the time that I was living that out, and the fact that I got receipts and stuff, and I could go back and reflect on it if I wanted to, and reflect on what was going on throughout that time. Oh my goodness, it's like, and I was really living this out day by day, and those days just kept coming and kept passing, and I'm thinking, oh, we gonna get there, we gonna make it. Then, like I said in one video or a couple of them, we made it, or at least by what I saw, we made it. We was there, and I told him like, oh, we made it, and and by that time, he was he was SpongeBob. I'm gonna head on out. Oh Lord, I'm so thankful I could laugh at that now. But that's how, hopefully I get, not even hopefully, I'm trusting God that I'm definitely going to get to, and hopefully I'm already, now that's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully I'm already at the place where I can laugh at that other foolishness, that other madness. But this right here, I can just laugh like, dang, dude, so you just gonna head on out? We right here. We made it. What you talking about? Oh man, and then from that point on, that was what I say. What was that? 20. It was 2018, but I guess it must have started in 2017. And then, like I said, I hung in there pretty much till 2020. And then if you want to be technical, it could be 2022. But even in 2020 and all that, 2021, 2022, I was definitely like, if I would have been up close and personal to him, I wouldn't have been like present. I don't feel like I would have been present, and I don't think I would have been for him. I would have definitely been on some, oh, it's my turn, it's my time type of time. Or how they say demon time. And, I'm glad I wasn't really given the opportunity to do that. My opportunity was just to sit back and wait, basically. Now I can see, oh, if I could have known the future, oh, you'll be waiting until 2023 and he'll finally reach back out to you. And y'all can carry on, like, you know what I'm saying, like ain't nothing happening. But the fact that I was like, oh, no, 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 and I just said, now I'm at the place where I don't gotta get down on you like I probably would have. And I wouldn't have really tried to be intentional, but had a little opportunity had arose that I'm like, oh, it's my turn now. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You just never know. And then who knows? And then from there, you know what I'm saying? Like they be saying about these dudes be having, oh, you gonna have a heart attack, you gonna have an asthma attack when I do it. You thought it was cool for you to do it, you about to You about to be on your ass when I do it. Like, you about to, you gonna pass out. But anyway, so like I said, I did not have that opportunity to do him dirty, and I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't trying to wait on it or anything like that, because I'm just not that type of person. I'm like, yeah, that get back of, you know what? But it would have been, though, had I, I guess, like I said, had I not decided that I just want to be disconnected. I just want to just go my own separate way, because I'm just not the type that's like, I don't want to keep those cycles repeating where, okay, you did me dirty, so now I'm gonna wait to the time for me to do you dirty. No, like, just with anybody. Now, like I said, if opportunities arise because I'm still in your vicinity, we still dealing with each other, that's different, and it would have hit different. Baby, his lungs and everything would have been being coughed up and coming up out of his chest. But ask me what I would have cared much. Nope. And would have been right on, carrying on like it was normal. So, I'm definitely glad that I didn't. Wait a minute, I'm looking for. Okay. So I was looking for my other phone. But I'm glad that it didn't occur that way. So nobody don't have to do too much, get too violent or whatever, because I'm already knowing when they just feel like they got played. Ooh, matter of fact, it was like one time where he thought, well, his thoughts was right. I was trying to definitely like get away. I wasn't trying to just do too much with him during this moment. But this was even one time where he thought, oh no, she about to whatever regarding me, and oh, okay. Honey, we had a little tussle, and literally he yanked me back and pulled me in there like, no, you don't have that option. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, okay. So I'm just taking note pretty much, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, guess what? When I do have that option, that get back. But it's funny because that's what keep coming up in my mind. But I'm not getting him back. I'm just living my life, and again, that's how I like the chips to fall anyway. Like, oh, my get back, you gonna know the get back is real for real for real. It was for me it was, well, for you it was laugh now, but you gonna be crying later. I know in 2018 he was crying. He was crying and had to deal with a lot, and then probably after that, just maybe continuously. But because, like I said, I wasn't up close and personal with him much after that, so I don't know. But now, even now, you know what I'm saying? Life be life. But yeah, so that's what as far as the other folks that came against me and did certain stuff or whatever, and just thought, oh yeah, we supposed to just treat her like a little rag doll. Oh, really? And that's why I'm just sitting here like patiently waiting, like, Lord, when is this time and that you gonna show them and help them to know and understand? Well, I think they already know, but help them to more deeper understand or clearly understand. Oh no, she's not one of them. She's not anybody's rag doll. So that's for that. And again, I just don't even really want that coming up too much because I'm just not in the mood. It's almost like I just really can't stomach it. I'm gonna be real. I just can't even stomach the thought. Feels like that y'all just keep on trying it. Now, like I said, when I dealt with the dealings that I was dealing with regarding him, it was different. Like, I'm gonna be real. I was definitely getting, some would say, medicated. Um, after after being traumatized or whatever, I still had therapy, some therapeutic things going on. It was, granted, yes, it was coming from the same source that was causing the trauma, the same one that was causing the trauma and the drama. I was, you know, was the one that was still medicating. So that was that. So of course that's toxic. I know, but I wasn't. When you're in it, you don't really see it like that. You see it totally different. So that was that. I didn't see it totally different, but I definitely saw it differently. I didn't see it totally different because again, I just always had and kept God in the midst, and I just was like, Lord, and I at least felt equipped to do and get through what I was going through. But yeah, that get back up. But no, let me stop saying that for real, because I'm not getting anybody back. I'm just simply like I said, taking my opportunities as it comes. And I had the opportunity of pretty much escaping and not dealing with that. And that's what I chose, you know. And yeah, like I said the other day, I don't know who called me from these other numbers the other day, back to back, but I didn't answer either one of them. As always, God knows who's on the other end of that. But it's only a few select people that got my number anyway, got that number. Even though that number been the same for years, but there's only a few select people that have that number. And some of them weren't even select. Some of them was just because they just do too dang on much. But yeah. So I don't know. It was kind of peculiar the way that they called back to back, but they ain't leave no voicemail. And I think when he called too, I don't think he leaves a voicemail. He just, you missed the call and that's that. Oh, why you don't want to leave a voicemail? You don't want me to have a receipt? But I don't know if I would even listen to it anyway, to be honest, because for one, don't really much want to hear his voice like that. um, and the other thing, yeah, so don't want to hear his voice like that, and I'm saying like that. Yeah, I don't want to hear his voice. I'm gonna be real. I don't want to hear his voice. No, I'm not saying at all, but I just don't. It's almost like if I just so happen to hear it and listen to it, then it must have been meant for me to. But I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. Like, I don't know when the timing would ever come where I would even be ready to hear anything that, that he has to say. And like, I kind of always use the example, like, when his mom came into contact with her, pretty much her baby daddy from like 30 some years later. Um, you know, I, even though I really didn't call myself relating to her on much of anything else, I could dang on relate. And whatever he did, whatever they had back in the 80s, I don't know. After dealing with her son, if he was anything like that, which to me I feel like the dad is probably like 100 degrees hotter. Yeah, that lady put up with some trauma when it came to that, and then the way she talked to him anyway, she wasn't on no hey how you doing. She was already like talking to him like, yeah, um, you ain't never came correct. And plus, they had already told me they always kept saying that man was a con artist or whatever. And yeah, he showed forth on some stuff. Like, he even tried to make a pass at her daughter one time and stuff like that. Just scary, creepy stuff. Creepy, creepy, creepy. But yeah, I don't know when the time would ever be that I would want to hear what he had to say. It was a time when, though, because, it was a time, baby, when I was almost constantly sitting and waiting by the phone or by the email, should I say, because it was me and him emailing back and forth mostly. And that was just my thing with him, I just, I don't know why and how I decided to start doing that, but I just did. Just email. most of the time. But yeah, but whatever. I don't know, man. I just know that I still have that slight desire there, but I just don't, I don't feel the spark that I once felt. And it almost sometimes feels like, oh, he stole it from me and he used it for his own purposes or whatever. And maybe, him trying to do that or having done that, he got let down or whatever because it wasn't something that was originally. I'm not saying that he never wanted to get married or anything, but it just wasn't something that he was as invested in as I was, and I was to me for the right reasons. So, it's like you just squander. You really just, what I'm saying? You squandered it. And again, I don't even know if he ever went and got married. I know he told me that he was supposed to be engaged and stuff after. And I'm like, wait, what? And again, I never found out if he was playing or joking or whatever, because it was another time when he was telling me that, and yeah, he was just definitely trying to get under my skin. He was trying to get under my skin, and because somebody quickly cleared it up, and my feelings was like hurt for real. I guess too, I had been drinking a little bit, and so and I think he knew, oh, she drinking, and then oh baby, it sobered me up real quick. And it was another thing though, it was a good reason. It was the environment I was in. It was, maybe, I'm not saying he never confirmed this with me, but maybe he sensed that I was in a certain environment where I needed to be sober for real. I didn't need to be I didn't need to be um yeah, inebriated. So that was that or whatever. Sober my behind right on up. But anyway, neither here nor there, because that was, oh, what year was that? That was like 2013 going into 14, I believe, or something like that. Yeah. Gosh, that was already 10 years ago. Oh wee. So yeah. But other than that, I'm still in my feelings and close to my emotions, if not there, but definitely in my feelings about stuff. Because it's like, what? It just had been a week last week. Like, starting off on that Monday, felt with one of the dreams, felt violated, and just felt that thing the whole week. I don't feel it right now. Ooh, it took me a while to stop talking about that. um, and I almost want to say that it took for something else to happen for me to move on past that or whatever. And it's like, is that how my life is going to happen, where it got to take some other traumatic situation for me to just clear up out of the last one? Like, no, I ain't even going to lie. That's crazy. They be saying she crazy and all that, but I ain't going to lie. That's crazy. That's borderline insane, if not. I'm not saying that I'm crazy for that. I'm just saying that's a crazy situation. It's a crazy way to be, for real. So, yes, I've unlocked something new that irks me, and it's that. It's like, man. But, yeah, just was pondering and thinking a little bit about, marriage. Just the word mainly. I can't even really think about the institution like that anymore. I can't think deeper like I used to. I do think and I do feel like and believe that if I was to be in a marriage, I would be able to operate in one, or function somewhat. But it's like, man, it's almost like dude about took everything in me that I wanted to do regarding marriage, and it's just like, That sucks, and that's what kind of got me like in the state of whimpering. Well, that's probably part of it, but when I think about it, it's got me like, I'm whimpering like a little hurt child or like a wounded animal, or one or the other. And not me already being on here for 25 minutes. Dang, I be bumping these gums, ain't it? But no, oof, I gotta go put some food up because I still got that macaroni out. I'm gonna put that up in the refrigerator because he for sure and for certain gonna eat that. I got the groceries earlier and I was just like, can we compromise? Can I just get some macaroni? Well, I already had macaroni here. I was like, can I just get some milk and some butter and just be able to make you your macaroni here instead of you getting the little Kraft macaroni cups? And he was like, yeah. And boy, when I tell you, he got down on that macaroni after I cooked it. I know y'all ain't still up making no noise because this is not the timing. I said go to bed on time. But yeah, so anyway, that's mainly what I came to talk about is just how when dude was speaking about it and what certain expectations or what his understanding was regarding he wasn't talking about his marriage because he's in the polygamy type, but he was talking about somebody else that's related to him, their marriage or their, I guess, I think dude might be, they might be divorced, but what took place during the marriage. And it was just interesting. And I'm gonna be real, I like his perspective, even though I don't really agree with him regarding being the polygamist. But like I said, he wasn't even talking about that. He was talking about a monogamous situation. And then he had his wives with him, and I was just looking at how they responded, and baby, they definitely didn't speak until they were spoken to. And I'm not saying that that's what polygamy, polygamous relationships consist of, but I was just watching them. They didn't speak until they were spoken to. They let him speak, do all the talking. It was almost like he had all the answers, and they just had to just sit there and sit pretty. One on this side, one on that side. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was just interesting to watch. I will say that. Um, but like I said, his perspective regarding the other person, I don't know. It was kind of, it wasn't deeply intriguing, but it was kind of interesting. It kind of like touched on what I thought that I would have will continue to experience. And yeah, I would say have to, because like I said, some stuff just didn't get off the ground. But yeah, it was what I thought I would have. Like he described it in a way like, oh, and I'm not gonna say not to the T, but close. It was close. It was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to experience, and that's what I thought it was all about. Some of it, but anyway, like I said, it's just like I know a ninja did not come around me and just pretty much try to make me no good for a marriage. But oh, so that's another thing. So when the dude was speaking about it too, he was saying he did speak up. He was like, yeah, they were talking about low value women who already got children, and then you run into a dude that potential husband, potential stepdad, you already got children that's not by this man. So basically, you're, I guess in a sense, low value. Um, but and then he corrected himself. He was like, I'm not saying that all single mothers don't have value, something along those lines or whatever. And I just like the way that he corrected the statement in a sense. I mean, they still maintain that women that have children by the different men and stuff like that, but not the guy that they end up marrying, are low value. And then I turn back around, look at, I don't really look at it too much anymore, but I can reflect on the fact that I grew up in a household where The matriarch, that's the matriarch, that's her story pretty much. The one who raised me. And then I turn around and I, had children by two different males, and of course now here I am, definitely. Well, I'm not gonna say definitely, but feeling like sometimes, oh, I'm ready to be chosen, I'm ready to be. But honey, talking about worn out and tired. And when I tell you, I feel like, oh dang, he must have been prophesying, talking about damaged goods, talking about dude, no, not dudes, but he was saying women with two different baby daddies, damaged goods. But it was just funny, it was just crazy and weird that he was telling me that when he was one of the dudes. And I was just like, boy, are you stupid or are you dumb? That's how I was feeling, and I wasn't thinking much of it because I'm like, I'm here rocking with you, so what is it? What you mean? So, but now, baby, I don't feel like damaged goods. I don't feel like so much as damaged goods. I just feel like, yep, I do feel like lower value. Um, I'm not saying I am, but I do feel like lower value. Value's definitely been lowered, and I guess that's kind of damaged goods or whatever. But I'm at a place where I feel good about myself. That don't mean that I want to remain by myself, but I feel good about myself. I feel better about myself. I be feeling like things are being made well. But yeah, it was just interesting perspective. And I meant to stop it and get the exact statement that he gave where he was saying, yeah, doesn't mean that single mothers have to be this or that or whatever. And then I was just still thinking, I always think to myself, like, but what about the dads who made them that way? You know what I'm saying? What about the dad who walked away or did whatever? And I always first think walked away because dude he went elsewhere. And then my daughter's so called dad, he was out in the streets all the time and, was young and stuff like that. So he did whatever he did, to where I had to operate like I was operating back then. And so that'd be my perspective on it. I don't never see it as, oh, the woman, it's rare that I see it as the woman did something, or I just start assuming that the woman did something because of, I know what happened during mine. But I know that there are cases, I guess, where something happened where the woman might have initiated something. But anyways, it's a new week, a new month, and I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm barely looking forward to what this month got to bring because it just feel like ain't no way I experienced those couple little few months of peace, even after I was disappointed and stuff like that, but peace. And now all of a sudden, it's just foolishness trying to rise back up. Um, So I ain't lying off. I don't really feel like I'm looking forward. It was peace, it was blessings, it was joy, it was, what I'm saying, of course, with me speaking to my daughter and stuff like that. It was like, yeah, things are going good. Things definitely looking up. And then next thing you know, there's the disappointment. So I don't even know what to say about this month. And then when I did get on a conference call earlier, and she was like, she named another date by this date. I was like, girl, please, sis, I can't do it. And then the last call I had got on and stayed on, she had already said, by this date, you for sure will see this, that. And I was like, ugh. And I can't never sit here and say to certain stuff. Now, some stuff it just either wasn't for me, but there's other times when, okay, I can sense that this word is or this word resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? This is for me. But man, when I tell you. I'm about over expecting and knowing, oh, by this date such and such, and ain't seen it. What they say, bit more than the man in the moon. But so at this point, man, I don't even know if I'm coasting along. I just feel like I'm just going along to get along. And the funniest part is, ain't even nobody, I mean, besides my children, of course, I'm gonna get along, I'm gonna do my best to definitely get along with them. But ain't like it's no other adult around for me to go along to even get along with, you know what I'm saying? Not up close and personal and barely even at a distance. But so basically what am I doing? And I don't like feeling like anything is in vain or has no purpose. Like I don't even like feeling like that. Even if I don't know what the purpose is, I just still like I gotta feel like it's some type of purpose in it. Or else it's like, I don't know, sis. But yeah, so I don't know. That's already, well, I'm gonna say I hope that's not foretelling how my month is gonna go. Yes, I feel peace. Yes, in this moment, I kind of feel at ease, but at the same time, I know that this is bothering me. Something's bothering me. So can't get too comfortable. But nevertheless, to God be all the glory. Let him lead me, and I'm gonna follow because I'm gonna obey because, baby, what? It's really nothing else for me to do. Like, it's definitely no reason for me to try to do anything otherwise, for real. And I'm glad about that. That's the one thing I could be glad about. But I'm glad I can still feel and like stuff does kind of affect me. But I don't be on, man, affect me for all 30 seconds, if that, and then be gone. Like, for real, be gone like you never happened. Like, you could be a distant memory. But as far as trying to linger for days, I don't like that. So anyway, with that said, I'm about to get off here because I don't want to. I can speak on it, I can get on a video, and I can initially talk about it, but then I start getting on there, and it's like I can't even listen to myself keep saying that over and over. That's when I know I have to either get quiet and hear from God about it, or I have to go into prayer about it. And I just don't want to go into prayer on here. I already been into prayer on some other videos, and using my heavenly language, using my spiritual language, and I don't always like doing that. And I really don't even gotta give an explanation, but I just choose to sometimes. So